guys, welcome back to our channel. My name's Kate.
And I'm Alex.
And today we're doing a Q&A.
Yeah, we're going to be answering those questions that you've wanted to know.
Yep.
We put a call out for some questions and these are the ones you wanted to know.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done a Q&A, so we thought let's do another one because we had a few comments asking if we were going to do one.
And if you're the kind of person who's shown some interest in a Q&A and getting to know us better, then you might have watched a few of our videos, which means you should probably subscribe.
Yeah, because we're so close to 300,000.
And that way you'll get all the latest info like stories and like community posts and you'll be up to date with us.
Videos, so yeah. Anyway, so I'm super excited.
Yeah.
We only said last night asking for questions and there's already been loads.
Yeah.
And some really good ones. I've tried not to read too many yet.
So we've got them in two places, haven't we? We've got them on a story and we've got them on our community post. So I'll read some off the story.
Yep.
You read them off the community post. Right, who wants to go first?
Can I? Because this is just quite a nice fun one to get us into. And this is from Hanifa, I think is your name. Sorry if we get any of names wrong. But she said, and she's done quite a few of these would you rathers. Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe we should do a would you rather video. Let us know if you'd be interested in that. But she said, would you rather be able to talk to animals or be able to talk all foreign languages in the world?
I would rather be able to talk to animals.
Me too.
Because if I really wanted, I could probably learn languages. Like I've started learning Spanish. It's going a bit slow. Yeah, or Google. But the one thing you can't learn to do is talk to animals. But I would just love to know what our dogs are thinking.
It would be absolutely insane to know all languages and be able to talk to everyone in the world, but to be able to interact with our dogs, to horses, to oh my god, dolphins, it'd be the best thing. And I bet you would be like, oh, how are you, Bob? And he'd be like, all right, thanks, how are you? Like, could you imagine what we often say, could you imagine
Bob
what their accents would be?
Yeah, that'd be funny.
No, he would probably be like, I didn't like the way you were treating me yesterday. Please, can you get me a cup of tea? He would probably be really pompous.
Bob would like cups of tea,
Yeah.
Right, shall I go for one for mine? So this says, will y'all create merch and do y'all have day jobs? If what, do y'all do?
I love y'all.
We've got 3 y'alls in there.
We love y'all.
We would possibly do merch.
Yeah. The thing is, at the moment, our kind of merch is our British candy bots because we kind of thought no one would want to buy a top from us. So at least if we can offer something that is from us, but you're actually getting like 2 experiences from us.
Well, you're getting some real worth, aren't you? Because that's something you might actually want. Whereas we didn't want to just slap like this with them on a t-shirt and sell it to you.
Yeah.
If we're going to do merch, I think we would want to come up with something really cool and something individual to us. But in the meantime, our thing that we think is really cool that we can do is we can send you British candy. And that's like our closest thing to merch at the moment.
Yeah, because it's from us, but then you're also getting to taste a bit of England.
A bit-o England.
Bit-o England. And what was the other thing?
Do you all have day jobs?
Well, we are actually very fortunate that from last year, the thing is, the years go by so quickly, so I keep saying last year.
It definitely wasn't last year.
The year before.
It's like when people ask how long have we been doing this channel and I say 5 years.
You say 5 years you say like 4 or 5 years every year. It's like,
But even still, we never had full-time jobs. We were always self-employed. So we did this channel on the side with our other self-employed jobs, which Kate was a dance teacher.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we both had a 9 to 5 and if we wanted to do this full-time we had to quit overnight. What allowed us to make this our full-time job partly was the fact that we created videos for Tastemade, for the Snapchat Discover, for Facebook and for their website, which is so it wasn't just stuff for YouTube. We had a little bit of money from YouTube, but because we were getting paid to create those videos of recipes, we were able to go full-time.
I was just meaning this has been our full-time since like 2 years, but we've actually for like years now, this has been our main thing with like almost my teaching on the side. This kind of coincides with Ashika, which she said, what inspired or made you guys to start this channel? So I thought I'd join that in. So basically, it was actually Alex who started out by saying, why don't you make a YouTube channel? Because I loved watching YouTube, and Alex, you were starting your production company or you had your production company, and Alex was like, well, why don't we just make one? So it was actually Alex who said, right, let's go make one, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And the inspiration.
And all we had to do was pick something that we both had an enjoyment for, especially you, because you were having to do it, and that we thought we could continue making.
Yeah. So the inspiration behind it was like food, behind the channel theme.
Yeah,
is
our
food.
inspiration is Jamie Oliver.
Okay, Cindy. Hey, Cindy. Cindy always
Hey,
comments.
Cindy.
Hi, Kate and Alex. What is your guys' favourite movie or show and snacks? Love watching you guys. Oh, I always find it really hard when people ask me what's my favourite movie or show.
Well, my favourite show was Dexter.
Oh, that was
Such a good programme. It was one of those shows you always were worried the next season wasn't going to be as good because you're like, how can they keep going and it be so good? But it was. It was so good, Dexter.
Dexter was insane. I would say one of my all-time favourite shows is probably Desperate Housewives. I absolutely love that show. But if we're talking about recently, I'm in love with Schitt's Creek. We absolutely love Outer Banks.
Oh yeah, that was good.
There's just been so many good shows.
Well, I love like Ricky Gervais. Well, Afterlife is good. The Office. I love the American Office as well.
What else have we been watching together? There's just so many. And my favourite film is actually Wanted. Or In Time.
You love that so much.
I love Wanted. And In Time with Justin Timberlake.
And I love, my favourite films are Quentin Tarantino, Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah, you love that. And for your birthday,
Reservoir Dogs.
Didn't Mum get you assigned something?
Yeah, with like John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson.
John Travolta's in Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, he's one of the two main dudes.
No, oh yeah, he is, isn't he?
He's the one who does the dancing.
Okay, and favourite snack?
Favourite snack is Snyder's mustard, honey and mustard pretzels.
My favourite chocolate bar, if you count that as a snack, is Cadbury's Marvellous Creations. And favourite snack is like, at the moment, What's It's Giant Puffs. They're so good.
They're so good. Lena Soderholm says, dream vacation destination. Where would you like to travel next?
Okay, so do you want to start, Al?
I don't know what my dream destination is. I feel like I've been to a lot of places that I really like. My dream is, although I have been there, is like Nice in the south of France because it's got everything I like.
You love that.
It's a city, but it's got sea, and you can cycle there. It's amazing, and
Sorry, I got a hole in my mouth there.
Oh really? And it's just got like a good vibe. Where would I like to go travel next? Well, we really want to do, well, as a group, we want to do like an America trip.
Yeah.
We really want to do like start in one place with a car and go round and
we
like
want to do a road trip.
Find like cool different towns and cities and do stuff like that. What about you?
I would say I've changed a lot recently because one of my dream destinations was actually to go to like Japan. Like Hong Kong, Japan, because we've never done anything over that way, Singapore. But actually, since a lot of our most recent boxes and finding out places like Prince Edward's Island. And British Columbia.
Nova Scotia.
Like, I really want to do every state in America, but I've also found so many new places in Canada which look absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
So I would actually say my dream is actually more, how about, I've got it, my dream holiday, fly to Miami, hop on a cruise, do a bit of the Caribbean islands.
That's what you want to do.
Come back and do a road trip around America.
Yeah. Quick question on the end of this. Have you ever been to Sweden? No. And just to add on to favourite movie and TV show, what's your favourite musical?
Oh, Hamilton.
At the moment.
Oh no, or Waitress.
It's a bit cliche, but well, my all-time favourite is probably like Rent. That's my all-time favourite show. But at the moment, my favourite show, although a bit cliche, is Dear Evan Hansen.
Why is that cliche?
Because like everyone likes Dear Evan Hansen at the moment.
Really?
It's just the show of the moment.
Until
if you'd asked last year, people would have said Hamilton. This year, probably everyone says they like Dear Evan Hansen, but it's so good.
Caleb said, would you ever come to Michigan? We really would. We would love to do an absolute massive road trip. Oh, Hanifa is back with another would you rather. Would you rather be sticky all of your life or slimy all of your life?
I think sticky.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd rather be slimy.
You'd rather be slimy?
The worst.
Slithering around.
Yeah, but sticky, when you have, like when you're really hot and humid or you just put sun cream on and things like get stuck, no.
Imagine just being slimy and it will dripping off you all the time.
Who said anything about dripping?
Well, that's what happens with slime, it'll like drip off. It'd be horrible. At least you could be like, oh, I've got a post-it note. Oh, I need to remember that for later.
True. Yeah, I'd rather be slimy.
Okay. Well, that's where we're different.
Slithering in my garden, catch me a mouse.
Zimmy M says, if you could live anywhere, where would you choose?
Do you want to go first on me?
You go first.
Do you know what? I think if I could live anywhere, it would actually just be here because my whole family's here. But if I could pick them all up and we all go, well, then that's a different story. So maybe it would be like somewhere, I know you're going to say European.
Well, it probably goes in with either I would like to stay where I am because I like just where we live, and also because I'm used to it and I know there's everything I need here. Or if I was being more adventurous, I would probably say, again, Nice. Yeah. Because it's amazing for cycling. Yeah.
I always used to say I wanted to live in America, but unless my whole entire family's there, I think I would.
Well, and it's very different, isn't there? There's so many more things to consider if you live in America as opposed to that we're used to here, like healthcare and things like that.
Amalia has said, who is older between three of you? So she's remembered about Holly. Yeah. So Alex is the oldest, then it's Holly, then it's me. Yeah. Which I find crazy that some people watch our videos and think I'm older than Alex, which is funny because my whole entire life I've been told I look like a teenager.
Yeah, but that's because sometimes in these videos you're very serious.
Because I talk as well.
And I'm very jovial. Anyway, Rara Murphy says, I know that it used to be just Kate's channel, so when did you decide to make videos together?
Now this is a big misconception. That a lot of people always think it was just my channel, and I can understand where that's coming from because it was just me on the videos, but actually it's been both of our channel from the start.
Since the beginning, since the first time we ever sat down and thought, what should we call this channel? On that day.
Do you know what I thought you were going to say? I was going to say we were actually standing up. I literally remember being in the kitchen. It was our old kitchen before.
Really?
Yeah, and we were by the island and you were talking. Yeah, I remember. A lot of people don't realise how much goes into our YouTube videos. I know a lot of people sometimes just film on their phone and upload, but actually I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for Alex. He's got all the camera equipment. You know, he's so good at editing. Obviously, Matt does a lot of our editing as well. But to begin with, it was both of us.
Yeah.
And now, I can't remember when we switched to Candy videos.
I shall tell you. But 3 years ago.
Whoa.
So before,
it was January, wasn't it?
It was January 2017. And so basically what it was before then, it was always us making a recipe. Well, you making a recipe each week and I filmed it.
Yeah.
And then we edited it and then we put it out. And then, I can't remember when, but one day you just went, I've seen some people online trying candy boxes. That'd be so much fun. Videos. And I was a bit like, okay, cool, yeah. And then you were like, you'd have to be on it with me. And I was like, no, I don't think.
Yeah, I said I'm only doing it if you're on it with me.
And I wasn't a big fan of that idea at the beginning. And then we did it and it was quite popular, so we did it again.
Yeah.
And it continued to be popular, so we carried on doing that.
And Christina Marie was the first person to send us a box.
Yeah.
The first American box we tried, though, we got from Taffy Mail.
Yeah, we got from Taffy Mail. And then, you are right. Christina Marie was the first person. That's the first ever video called Trying American Candy from a Subscriber. That was Christina Marie.
Yeah. And it's so funny because back then, that was such a weird thing to like, should we accept a box from someone?
And now you've met Christina Marie in real life.
Yeah, actually met Christina in real life. Was that last year? Yeah, last year. And Sean. Countess Lily 33. How many pets have you had? Have you owned any other pets than dogs? I love your dogs, by the way. So.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
We used to have a rabbit when we were younger.
He was our first pet, wasn't he?
Yeah.
His name was Flopsy.
He was a long-eared, what were they called? A long floppy-eared.
I thought it was a rabbit.
No, it was like a specific type.
He was long-eared.
Some stick up and some.
At the time,
like a long-eared floppy.
Don't know.
Rabbit.
We can try find a photo. But Flopsy, he's in the garden, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh. It was so sad. He used to live around the side of the house, and then for a while, I don't know why, Dad decided, I think because he had a friend who had a house-trained rabbit, didn't he? We brought it inside for a while, towards the end of its life.
No, that was only just to run around a bit.
No, we actually tried to have it live, and he ate through all the telephone cables and everything. because he was too old. He couldn't be house trained at that point.
And we've also had a number of fish, probably about 5, because when
That's more Mum's deal though, isn't it? She loves fish.
When Holly was in college, her friends had won a fish at a fair, which I can't believe still happens to this day. You can win a fish in a bag. I think that's awful. Anyway, and they weren't looking after it properly, so one of the teachers was like, can someone rescue this fish and help it? So we took it under our wing. It lived for ages and got massive.
Yeah.
I think it was called I can't remember what it's called, but then we bought more. One was called Lady, one was called Gaga. I can't remember.
And then because Mum bought more to so it could have friends and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you're not going to have them on their own, are they?
Oh.
But that's all we've had, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you got an interesting answer to this? Robin Mask says, what careers would you have if you weren't doing YouTube?
If I didn't do this, I think I would try do something with interior designing, because I love decorating and decor. All those what about
things.
you?
I think I would just do video production.
I think,
films,
or
more
do you
stuff.
not think you would do something like the guy in Lanzarote who rents bikes out to people?
Well, that's it. That's the two ends. Either I I do video production, but make videos for more other people.
Other people, not yourself.
Yeah, not just myself on YouTube. Or I would have a really chill job. I'm not saying, renting out bikes is just chill, because I think he works quite hard. But I mean, it's not as in the rat race, is it?
Yeah.
It's a bit more just doing your own thing.
Jason Nunes, who comments a lot and has sent us boxes, says, do you guys eat out as often as Americans, or do you make most of your meals? Also, do you guys make a lot of stuff out of scratch?
I would say we definitely eat a lot less than it seems like Americans eat out.
Obviously, we can't know what every American does, but...
And especially because a lot of the people we watch online seem to eat out or order in a lot, don't they? A
lot,
Whereas here, we probably eat out minimum, obviously not during COVID, but normally we probably eat out at least once a week.
Yeah.
And then probably extra times on top of that.
And I think if you were to live in a city, I think you'd eat out a lot more. Like Holly with work, sometimes she has to have lunches out. And it's we've gone into London and have meetings as lunches and things like that. But typically it is at least once a week, say a Saturday or a Sunday. Sometimes it's been 2.
But everything else we make at home, really.
Yeah, so Monday to Friday, we pretty much make from home, and a lot of it is from scratch, whether that be Alex making a dinner, me, Mum. We've got a cookbook called The Green Roasting Tin,
which is our
and it's
amazing
book. We made a recipe from it in our 24 hours with Mum, saying yes to Mum, and so many people said the dish looked really good. So we do make a lot from scratch, but then we do also have those nights where we call it school dinners, because it's just getting chips out the freezer, spaghetti hoops and fake chicken nuggets, and sometimes it's just the best, or burgers, you know what I mean? So there was one time, I couldn't believe it, I had 7 meals out in 1 week.
Crazy.
But that's because it was a lunch, but that doesn't happen often at all. And also, I like to save money, and I know that eating out does add up. So it just depends. Sometimes it's everyone wants to do something one week and then no one the week after.
I like to eat out.
You love to eat out.
But Kate, that's
and you love getting Deliveroo.
That's sometimes if we're in London, I'll be if there's a restaurant I really like Dishoom, I'll be why don't we go there? And this one time, Kate was getting really frustrated because we were in London a lot. We went to Dishoom 3 times. But then after that, we didn't go to London for a month.
I know, but you don't know that, do you?
So all spreads out.
I'm very money conscious. My whole life I've saved and saved. Whereas Alex is let's eat out here. Alex gets an Amazon delivery package every day. It's I finally order one thing, open the door, think it's my parcel. Yes! Alex comes, nope, that's Alex's. But you are in the moment. You're much more...
I live more in the moment, yeah.
You live... And I know sometimes I'm a bit uptight, but I just think about the money. And I'm sorry, but desserts at a restaurant are a rip-off.
They are outrageous.
£6.50 for a slice of cheesecake.
And I can
make it better.
But that's the thing. I would possibly pay that if I knew they'd made it in the building. But the fact is they haven't. Most of them haven't.
No,
They've had it bought in from somewhere. Especially when you go to like a chain restaurant and they buy in these desserts and they give you this terrible little slither of like chocolate cake.
The times we do have dessert are when we're on holiday and you can tell it's homemade because they'll have like dessert of the day and we often get tiramisu or something like that.
I've got a great question because this is the kind of thing I find interesting, okay? Do you want to know what it is?
Yep.
Robert Jova says, what's your go-to everyday breakfast food or drink? Mine is ginger tea. Thanks, Bob.
Ginger tea?
Thanks, Bob. Sorry, I got the inflection wrong.
I don't always have breakfast, but if I do have breakfast, it will either be a bowl of cornflakes, which sounds boring to a lot, but I love my bowl of cornflakes. And recently we've bought bagel thins. They're amazing. So it'll either be a bowl of cornflakes or bagel thins with a small glass of orange juice.
I start every day, although the time isn't always the same time, I always start the day with a glass of celery juice.
Yeah.
That's just pure celery juiced. Then after that, I have porridge, large rolled oats, which I do with water, and I love it. And I have a little bit of raspberry jam, and then I put a banana on top of that, and usually I leave it there. Apart from at the moment, we've still got the
Cheerios.
The maple Cheerios from Canada, and they are so good as just like a little topping. So I just do like a little sprinkle of maple Cheerios on top of that. No, it's been amazing.
In the past, I've had some of the weirdest breakfasts. Shall I go into some of them? During secondary school, I don't know. I think Mum just wanted me to eat because I used to swim like 6 times a week and I was so scrawny, wasn't I? She even got me blue milk in at some stage trouble. Anyway, so some mornings I'd have naan bread.
She's dosing you with blue milk.
Some mornings I'd have naan bread put in the microwave, heated up, and then loads of butter on it. And then other mornings I'd have
I remember you having naan bread.
It was so good. And then I'd have Frankfurter hot dog sausages sandwich. So it'd be a piece of white bread with Frankfurter, ketchup. And then sometimes I'd have like mini pancakes.
For a while, I had toast with butter and tuna for breakfast.
What?
Yeah, and I even sometimes had soup for breakfast. I
Where
used to
did
love
that
it.
happen? Oh, Peyton Clark. And what is the best part of having Alex as a brother, Kate?
I love the fact they didn't ask the other way around.
I know. It says as if and. I'm wondering if there's another question.
Maybe it's just so obvious that you're great to have as a sister.
I am. So basically, one of my favourite things about Alex is also one of the most annoying things about Alex.
What's that?
Is his humour.
Oh my goodness.
Sometimes it's so good. Like, he does crack me up a lot of the times, but then sometimes he just doesn't know when to stop with his one-liners. But Alex is very caring. He is very caring. He's very funny. You're nice. I do think you look out for us a lot, and there's been times where Alex does treat me to things as well and stuff like that.
What
Yeah, you do. Like in the past, you've like, I'll get you that, Kate, or something like that.
Right.
You know, when it comes to like dinners or, I just don't know, but I do
but that's
think...
because you're tight with money, and I want to go out for dinner, and I know you won't go unless I pay for it.
Not anymore though, we do our rounds, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm coming out like right.
Stinjo.
No, there's many things that's great about Alex, but no, Alex is great.
Or should I say something great about you?
I think it's pretty obvious.
Oh, that's fine then.
No, go on, say something.
Okay, I'll say something. The great thing about Kate is also the worst thing about Kate. It's her sense of humour. No,
that's the same with you.
Yeah, no, the great thing about Kate is the good and worst thing, because she's very hardworking, but then she cares so much.
Yeah.
She cares so much about what we're doing and how it will look, and if people will like it, that sometimes it like blocks it a bit. Do you know what I mean? Because you're trying so hard to...
And sometimes.
Whereas sometimes, obviously, it's great to care, but sometimes it's like, actually, we just got to do it and get it done.
Yeah, and actually, probably another great part about having Alex as a brother is the fact that if you weren't you, we wouldn't be able to do that. If that makes sense. So all of the characteristics that mean that we can get along and things like that.
Yeah. So I've got a good one here from Dina Norley Dago. Says, have you two ever thought of making your own creation of drink or snack one day?
Ooh, Ooh.
That would be so much fun.
Do you know what? I've never
wouldn't it?
thought about that, but that would be so awesome.
I think if we randomly one day, because we'll every now and then, and it's partly why we do stuff on this channel, or like the channel itself, is one day one of us will just go, why don't we do this?
Yeah.
And so I could see it, but I think we'd only do it if we came up with something unique and that people haven't done before,
Yeah.
or we thought we could do it better.
Just say a brand came along and said, like, could you imagine if Cadbury's were like, we want you to create your own chocolate
in like a
bar?
collaboration.
I would do that
Yeah.
in a flash.
Because that's the thing, it would be so hard for a small company like us to try and compete with Cadbury's. And yeah, you could do a small batch.
And you
type
do have
thing.
to have lots of licensing
Yeah.
and things like that. So I absolutely would if that was, you know. Okay, Hanifa, should we go back to a
Yes.
would you rather? Would you rather lose all your sense of touch or lose all your sense of smell?
That's so hard. I thought it
That's
would.
the hard thing
I
ever.
thought it would be my sense of touch, because I thought, I would. How could you not smell stuff?
Mm-hmm.
But if I get a dead arm, I get so weirded out when I can't feel things with my hand.
But oh, that's true, because you wouldn't be able to. I
can't
think
feel
mine's the
anything.
sense of smell though, because with your sense of smell, don't you lose your sense of taste?
I think they say something like that, or part of it.
I just think a smell, like so many memories I remember because of smell.
Yeah.
Like the other day when we went on a walk, Holly was like, oh my word, who smells of holiday here? And it was the type of sun cream I had on.
Yeah.
And that just like brought back so many memories. Whereas, but then like you say, a touch, would a hug be the same?
No, it wouldn't be the same. I think I would have to lose smell and keep touch.
Hard one.
So Mary Cook says, you have talked in your videos about quite a few places you've travelled with your family in the USA. I was curious, were they business trips with your dad? Also, which state did you tour? What were your favourite places? Blessings from California.
There is another comment that I said about our trips to America, and I really wanted to sit down with Mum and literally write them down,
Yeah.
but I completely forgot to.
Let's do some off the top of our head if we can.
Yeah, and then I think we'll get Mum.
It was all leisure. Our mum and dad had a good sense of adventure, didn't they? And they liked
Yeah.
to travel a lot. So we always used to go places.
Yeah.
So off the top of our head,
We've been
to
on business trips, but not with Mum and Dad.
Yeah. We've been to Florida, we've been to Atlanta, we've been to Charlotte, we've been to New York, I've been to Virginia.
I've been to Dallas.
You've been to Dallas, which is in Texas. We've been to like Massachusetts, haven't we? We've been to Boston.
Yeah, we've been to like, so the thing is with that is we've been to Boston, but we've also done a road trip. So we've done like a lot of mini places
Yeah.
along the way. We've been to Florida, Miami, because we did a,
Yeah, and then we haven't really done anything in the middle, and then we've been on the West Coast. So we've been in like California, we've been down to Las Vegas, San Diego.
San Francisco.
Yeah, places like that. So they're the two kind of sides we've done, like
Yeah.
down in the southwest and kind of along the east.
And I did once write, Mum wrote out a list once of how many states I'd been to, and it was actually quite a good amount. But we're just lucky that from a young age, our parents really enjoyed going to
Yeah.
America. So we did go almost every year to America.
Yeah, for a
It was
while.
Holly's first holiday when she was 9 months old, going to
Yeah.
Florida. And one time we went to America because Mum and Dad bought a Hoover, and with the Hoover, you got a free trip.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Isn't that crazy?
they did that classic thing where there was kind of like small print, and actually it was like really weird dates.
Oh,
was that the time
it?
we went over Christmas? And so
Oh,
I think they
so.
were like expecting people not to be able to do the dates, but Mum and Dad actually had their own business, didn't they? So they were just like, yeah, fine, we'll do it.
And we were there for Christmas Day in Florida. I feel like we would have gone to more, but we went back to some of our favourite ones. Like I've now been to New York 6 times, and we've
Yeah.
been to LA like 6 times. So just think, if we went to a different state,
We could have been
I'm
everywhere.
ticking them off. I really want to get them all.
Hanifa, a quick fire, would you rather?
yeah.
Okay. Would you rather teleport back 500 years or forward?
Oh, what about you?
I think I prefer to go forward.
Yeah.
Although we could live in like a desolate land where, you know, global warming's happened, I don't know. But I think if you go back, it was like,
If
there's
it was
nothing, is
100
there?
years, I think it would be different.
There's no technology.
Like
and if
I-
you get any little bug, you'll probably die.
Yeah, so I think I'd rather go 500 years
Yeah.
forward as well, just to see like where technology is, and I'd
Should we
love to
put-
see what my great grandchildren are like.
We're doing, yeah. Diana Woodhams says, you're so good together on screen. Do you ever argue?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Because we're both so very passionate about what we do. So sometimes one of us will think that their way of doing it is the best.
We have different type of arguments. We have the like the little tiff. It's like, oh, for goodness sake, what that. And then we do have some like quite big ones because, like you say, we're passionate about like what we're doing. So if you really don't think it should be done that way, and I'm like, no, I really think it should. Like that can be kind of like we're not seeing each other's side.
Yeah. And because we're not like work colleagues, whereas normally you'd probably
you wouldn't
be
talk
like,
to a work.
okay, I'm going to, I don't want to lose my job, so I'm going to leave now. Whereas we'll just carry on.
So in things like that we do, but we're very good at getting over it. Dana McGowan said, Kate, what is your makeup routine? You always look flawless. And Nerida also said, and Kate's makeup routine, I know this channel is more not about that, but she always looks so cute. Every time camera closes up to her, I try to see her makeup. So maybe one day we'll have to do a makeup.
I think you should, and it could sit on the channel, and then anytime someone asks you, you can just point them to it, can't you?
But and someone else, I'll have to find it, has said, what foundation do I use? So I used to wear Estee Lauder Double Wear, but I then found a dupe, which is Revlon 24. I'll put a photo here. It's literally half the price. And I was thinking, why do I need to spend that much money on Estee Lauder Double Wear? So first of all, when I found it, I'd only wear Estee Lauder for like good occasions. But then I love this makeup. So I have that. I also wear Tarte Shape Tape. It's the best concealer ever. So that is what I wear on my face.
I've never heard of any of these things. What are your favourite hobbies? In this year's Q&A, Kate actually has an answer for this.
Yeah?
Go on.
Netball! Hey. No, because last time you were like, no, you have netball. But I was like, my hobby is netball and eating. That's a hobby.
Yeah.
My favourite hobby is...
You're quite crafty, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, that's true. I actually really enjoyed like...
You don't do it... consistently,
whatever,
but you also you've done things like going to paint and sip parties.
Yeah,
and,
I love
painting
that.
And things like that.
And my favourite thing since lockdown has actually been walking. I really enjoy getting out, having a chat and walking.
Yeah. What's mine?
You haven't answered.
Mine is cycling and more cycling. Whether that be on a
and
road
eating
bike,
as well.
Eating, yeah, that goes without saying. Whether on a road bike or on a mountain bike, I love cycling.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Cycling.
And going on holiday. Our hobbies are going on holiday, eating and...
Cycling. I'm trying to get Kate into cycling, so if you think she should get a bike, and we could do, oh my word, we could do a video where we go out on a bike and we discover somewhere.
No one wants to see that.
That'd be so good. It would be so good. If we cycled somewhere. He's just trying to get me on a bike. And then we discovered and talked about a cafe we found.
What I keep trying to say, I would like a bike with a basket in the front. So I can pop to the shops, put some things in my basket, go around, view the houses, just, cycle around the houses. Okay, Ellen has done quite a long one. First, I must tell you both how much I adore your vlogs. The content is wonderful and I appreciate the length. Have you ever had or considered having a catering business or perhaps your own line of crisps, which kind of goes hand in hand before? She put perhaps a line of sweets and salty snacks combo sold together, maybe a tea and biscuit combo. Well, you get my drift. I'd enjoy a coffee table book. Ellen, I love coffee table books. When I have my own house, I would love to have coffee table books. And of all the different snacks and the countries of origin, sounds like I've charted out your careers. Love you both. A catering. Do you know what? When I used to do a lot of baking, a few people said, oh, would you ever sell cakes?
I think there's a big difference between making a cake for a video and people being able to watch it in their own time and you actually having to deliver a cake to an event at a certain time. I think it's a lot more stressful,
and you'd need a whole kitchen to yourself. So I don't know. I don't think I would. I'm such a perfectionist that if I ever did anyone's birthday cake, I'd be so stressed and I'll go to bed so late doing the cake and then I'd wake up and do it.
But we know people who have worked in catering and it's so hard, isn't it? Because you're having to get up so early to prepare
and
all the food.
A lot of them are weekends.
Yeah, and it's stressful.
Oh my word. Hanifa, you are awesome at these. Would you rather know when you are going to die or how you are going to die?
I would rather know when.
Really?
And not how.
I would rather know when rather than how as well.
Because that would freak me out. I'd always be thinking...
You wouldn't ever drive in a car if you got told you were going to die in a car crash.
But it could be a car crash in
or
10
a
years'
plane.
time. Yeah.
At
least if someone said it's in 5 years' time, at least you can think, right, well, I'm going to do everything
I think out of those two, I'd rather know when.
Because someone could say, oh, well, you're going to die in a car crash.
Well, then
but then you don't know if it's tomorrow or 10 years' time.
Yeah, so you'll always live... Yeah, that's true. These are so many good questions. I just want to answer them all.
If you've got any would you rather questions, leave them in the comments down below and we'll do a whole separate video.
Byron has said, how long do you take to edit your videos? Now this is interesting because it depends what video we're talking about, because sometimes the candy boxes are smaller and sometimes they're larger. Sometimes we do things like Q&As, and then we've got our travel vlogs.
We try and get them out to around half an hour or just under, but it can be an hour to 2 hours
of us actually
or if
filming.
It's a big box, it could be 3 hours of footage.
Yeah, if we film for an hour and a half, to watch it through, it's minimum an hour and a half, and then obviously you've got moments where you're pausing and moving things. So like half a day at least for Matt, and then obviously it then comes to us. Alex then has a go all the way through it, then I have a go all the way through it, and then obviously you've then got to like export it, you've got to then upload it, you then got to proof it, so it actually takes so much longer than anything. And if we're doing a travel video, that takes forever. That literally takes weeks. Because obviously not weeks like every hour of the day, but
because what we'll do is we'll do like a bit of it and then we'll come back to it, because the thing is with a travel video is there's like a lot of different, it's so different to the candy videos because there's like a lot of clips and it's more editorial,
and you
so
don't
it's
always
about like
know what
getting the story and like getting the right clips that fit in. And
I feel like we're better now that we've done some travel videos, not that you've seen them all because it's taken us a long time to upload them, but we're hopefully uploading some soon.
Peyton Clark says, what have you guys been doing during the pandemic? So we've been working. We've been.
What is my problem?
What's wrong with your mouth today?
I'm like that.
Is there a hole in the bottom?
I think there is. It's because of the ice cubes, I think. I used to have
At least you're not making that weird noise. It's changed quite a lot, hasn't it? We've consistently been carrying on making YouTube videos, and actually we've been doing 2 a week.
Well, because really our job doesn't actually change that much.
Yeah.
Because we work from home. It obviously changes.
In a way, it changes because sometimes we do brand deals on our YouTube channel, and because of the pandemic, we're not doing any of them. But in a way, we would carry on doing YouTube videos whether it's a brand deal or not every week. So we've been doing 2 videos at the beginning of the pandemic. I think because it was all so new and it was like, what's going on and how long is this going to last for?
And because everyone else was not doing it.
Me and Kate watched a lot of Netflix for the first 2 weeks.
Was it that long? I'm pretty sure it was only a week.
I'm pretty sure it was 2 weeks.
We watched Outer Banks.
We watched Lock and Key.
That was like the first week where we didn't even do like any work. Whereas the second week we did start doing work.
Then, since then, we've got our lives a bit together. I've been cycling a lot more because now we can go out and do that here.
Yeah. I go on a walk every day. I love those. At the weekends, me, Mum and Holes go on like a 2.5-hour walk.
And now you've actually been seeing Matt like 3 times.
And now that we're allowed to go out and see people from a distance. I've been seeing Matt a couple times. But yeah, actually like a lot of people have actually been buying our candy boxes. So I love our little routine. Like we get up, we sort candy boxes, we either go to shops if we need to get any. I've also been doing the food shop since lockdown because Mum, she works in payroll, so she's been really busy with, you know, sorting everyone's furloughs and that. So I've been doing more of the shop. I've also been doing a lot more of the cooking for the dinners. So actually, like when you think about it, the day goes so quickly because we've got boxes to do. We've then got like other emails, work bits to do, filming, editing, food shop, cooking the dinners. So
in some ways though, because we can't go out, don't you feel like there's so much more time? Whereas normally you'd be going out somewhere, so you've got to get everything done in like a shorter space of time, but actually there's more time to get things done.
I'm just going to say I've really enjoyed this like more laid back approach at life, because I think sometimes I can get a bit too like caught up in some things, and I've really enjoyed just taking life a bit like slower, but still getting the same amount of work done, but like not stressing about it as much, and just really take a step back and enjoy family time and things like that. I have actually really enjoyed lockdown.
But we didn't learn a language.
No, we didn't learn language.
At the beginning of lockdown, everyone was like, oh, use this time to learn a language, or, you know.
The thing is, like, for a lot of people that didn't have, like, jobs to go to or whatever, like, that was a great time to do learning of language or whatever. But actually, we have actually been pretty busy and almost felt busier than ever. Do you not think? With filming, because we tried to do 2 videos and, I don't know.
Definitely.
The time has just flown by. But, shall I just do one more?
You do one more?
So Carly has put, around how many snack boxes do you think you've tried? Have you got a guess?
Of how many we've tried?
Yeah.
I would say...
Do you think we've reached over 100?
Oh, definitely. I think we've tried... Because we've been doing it for 3 years. I think we've probably almost tried 200.
No!
Yeah, I reckon so.
No, because there's only 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah, times 3, plus a few extras.
Oh my word.
Let's see if I can find
the
a
next
playlist.
question, how many calories do you think you've consumed? I reckon it's like 1 billion. While Alex is looking up that, Nicole says, how many have we got left to try? We've got 8 boxes.
Yeah, before lockdown we had so many boxes, didn't we?
Thanks to lockdown,
We had, like,
we've
over
been able
20.
to catch up. That's why we took our address down, because we got so overwhelmed. We weren't expecting that many people to send us boxes.
We had like a nice, healthy flow of boxes coming in that we could get to, and then I don't know what happened.
It was 2 months.
Overnight, just all of a sudden, it was like 5 boxes would turn up at one time.
Yeah, we didn't realise that it would be such an issue, but that we'd get so far behind. But then when you think about it, we only did 1 a week. If you've got 25 boxes, that's 25 weeks worth. So that's why we put a stop on the address, mainly because we want to try everything at the best it can be. So we want to keep the dates, you know.
Yeah, good.
So, and we just didn't want people waiting so long for their boxes, because I don't think people realised how many we had.
Yeah.
So we're now down to 8. And we're going to start soon opening that up again.
But what we're going to do is we're not going to do just give the address out and the floodgates open. What we're going to do is kind of like a system where if you're interested in sending us a box, then we're going to create a form that you can fill out, kind of where you're from, what your idea is of what you want to send.
Yeah.
Because we've had some really, all the boxes are really great.
All the boxes are
But we've had some really cool ones where people have had like ideas for a game, and so it'd be really cool to do those ones. And
also
like
it'd be really good to talk, because when we had so many boxes still left to try, people were still sending boxes not knowing that we had stuff waiting. So you don't know if we've had them already. So I just hate for you to spend money and be like, oh, I'm so excited to try this, and you have already tried it. So now we'll be able to actually say, okay, we can have another American. What sort of things were you thinking to buy? We've already tried this. So we can have more of like a control over you guys not having to like waste money or whatever, and we'd like to try some other countries as well. So
definitely.
So yes, we've got many candy boxes left to try.
Indeed, we have.
And we're not stopping anytime soon. Someone asked, are we stopping? I think because we joked. If we don't get to 1 million, we're stopping. So I think someone took that serious.
Yeah.
No, we're not stopping anytime soon. So
well, not unless all of a sudden no one was watching the videos.
Yeah, obviously, if like we had no views.
If like no one had any interest in it anymore and they'd seen too much, then
but I feel like before that we would try do something else, you know, a different like avenue of YouTube. But yes, make sure you click subscribe, because we have so many videos coming. But I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about us. We'd definitely love to do Would You Rather. That'd be really good. And if you enjoyed that, we do actually have loads of questions left. So if you'd like to see a part 2, let us know. And any other like different style videos, let us know, because we'd love to keep up the 2 videos a week, one on Sunday, Candy on Thursday. So anything you want to say?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed watching that, and we'll see you soon. Bye guys.
See ya.